Hi everyone, and welcome back to Art a la Carte. In this video I'm going to be answering some really common questions that I get regarding Copic markers and how to buy them and where to buy them and when to buy them. Just about a year ago I finally got into Copic markers, and if you haven't seen it, I'll put a link to that video right there so you can go check it out. And that video talks a lot more about the thought process that I went through about actually making that jump into it. What I really want to address in this video is for those of you who are really wanting to get into Copic markers, wanting to purchase your first sets, but you have some reservations and some questions. And these are exactly the same questions and reservations that I had. So the first issue that I faced is Copics are very expensive. Believe it or not, before I got into alcohol-based markers, these were the markers that I tended to use. They were a water-based marker. The big difference between these and Copic markers isn't the fact that these are water-based and Copic markers are alcohol-based. It's that you can get a nice set of these for a couple of dollars. But one of these babies is going to set you back anywhere from $7 to $9 depending on where you buy it, especially if you don't have a coupon. And that's a pretty hefty investment. So one of the questions I get asked a lot from my viewers is, can they buy just one marker and just use that? And the answer is, sure, of course you can. There's no law against it, you can. But would I advise it? No. The reason is these markers are meant to work together. If you draw with a regular craft marker, they're meant to color things that specific color: red, black, green, orange. Where Copic markers are meant to blend those colors together. So a red, a darker red, and even deeper red will make a really nice gradient. On the flip side, people ask, is it smart to buy them one at a time? You know, where I can afford maybe one a month and build up my collection slowly. And for that, definitely that's a really smart way of doing it, especially if you can use that 50% off coupon to purchase it. And I'll talk a little bit later in this video about where I would recommend purchasing these kind of markers. But that's a great way, and I do that too. I'll use my 50% off coupon and build them up slowly. So my second point of advice is to be ready to learn how the Copic marker works. There are a ton of tutorials out there, whether they're video or reading tutorials or actual real life workshops and classes that you can go to learn how to use Copic markers. Now, I'm not saying that you have to do that method exactly, but learning how this product works and works with other products is going to help you achieve a better quality with your picture. So if you've never used Copic markers, there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve. Just be prepared not only to invest financially into this product, but also time-wise in learning this product. So the third advice that I have for people getting into Copic markers is what sets to first purchase. When I went to buy my first couple of markers, I asked the salesperson what set would they recommend. And they asked me what I enjoyed drawing. And I said, I like drawing everything. So I want a little bit of everything that they had to offer. And they did. They have huge, ginormous sets that are so expensive, but you get a ton of markers with them. But I wasn't ready to invest that much money at that time into the products. I wanted about 20 markers. So the first set that they recommended was a grayscale set. This gave me a lot of options to be able to shade and shadow and create a really nice piece. Though I like grayscales, I really love color. So the next set they suggested was a flesh tone. So getting a variety of different flesh tones, colors ranging from very light shades to very dark shades. That way I could do portraits and pictures of people and things like that. So that was actually one of the first sets that I got. Copic actually has like packs of them that come like 3 in a pack, and they are really nice color groupings. So what I did is I bought a green one, a blue one, a red one, a yellow one, and built it up that way. And so I gave myself just a little sampling of blendable colors from each of the color families. So this is my Copic coloring chart. It's how I categorize my Copic markers, and I know which markers I have and which ones I still need to get. You can print this off online. I just searched for it on Google and found tons of them and just printed one off. I will warn you that collecting Copic markers is similar, I'm sure, to collecting Pokemon, which once you collect one of them, you gotta catch them all. Hi, my name is Valerie, and I'm addicted to Copic markers. So be prepared to become addicted, because you may see all the beautiful colors on this chart, but I see all the empty spaces and I want them all full. Now, if you'd like a more detailed video of the colors that I really like the best in my Copic markers, let me know in the comment section below, and I might make a video on that in the future to show you maybe my personal recommendations for colors in sets if you don't want to go with a prepackaged set. Another question that I get asked a lot is, how do I afford it. I mean, these markers are expensive. My first buying round was probably about 20 to 25 markers, and I spent a good $125, $140 on those markers. And that's a lot of money to be investing. So my suggestions to you is to save up, maybe getting birthday money or other kinds of gift money that you have, or from your job, just save out a little bit each month from your paycheck. Because art is such a big part of my life and I like to invest a lot in my supplies that I use, and because I'm constantly creating, I'm constantly having to replenish my stock, buying art supplies can get really out of hand really fast for me. So I have set it into place so that all the finances to purchase art supplies and replenish art supplies comes from the sales of my art pictures and prints. Several years ago, I started up an Etsy shop where I sell originals, prints, all sorts of different things on that store. So a good portion of the money that comes in from that goes right back out into purchasing the supplies I need to create more art. If you guys are interested in checking out my Etsy shop and maybe even purchasing some art and help my own addiction, I'll leave a link to my Etsy shop in the description box below so you can go check that out. So finally, the question is, where do I recommend buying them? I have a small art shop that has them and a scrapbooking store that actually has a wide selection of them. If you live near any of the bigger stores like Michael's or Hobby Lobby, then sometimes they do go on sale, but they often have the 40 to 50% off coupons, which again is great for buying sets or buying them individually. But for me, I personally enjoy purchasing them online because I can find them at really good prices. And there are a lot of different websites out there. I've tried a few of them. The website that I personally use right now is Dick Flick. One, because they just have a really good sales on those. So usually I can get these markers for a little over $5 a piece, which is a pretty good savings. Hopefully this answers some of the questions that you guys have about investing in Copic markers and whether this is a good time for you to start doing that. If you're just beginning your Copic journey, or maybe you've been using Copics for years, let us know in the comment section below if you have any tricks or hints or helps or recommendations, things like that. I love that this is an art community and that we all are there to help each other out. Well, thanks for hanging out with me. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any future videos. And until next time, God bless you guys, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.